Okay, how to affirm like a god. I am Neil Larthos. I'm the next Abdullah. And we're going to make you the next Neville Goddard. Okay, so look, how to affirm like a god. Look, it's simple. I'm going to get right to it. You want to make your affirmations as narcissistic, as extreme, as crazy, overboard, over the top as possible. Okay, now I would just like to preface this and say, you want to get to the point where you don't need techniques. You can just believe it, and then it occurs, and then it manifests. Because I want you to know that you are God, okay? You're not the mind, you're not the body, you're just the observer of the mind and body. And you are way more powerful than you think. But techniques are more fun. So, affirmations. Like I said, make them as extreme, as narcissistic, as all about you as possible. Now, a lot of you guys want to manifest a specific person, and there's nothing wrong with that. But, I mean, look, I'm to the point where, like I said, manifestation at this point is more about having fun to me than actually me wanting to manifest something, if that makes sense. Like, I'm already to the point where I feel like Thanos, and I got bored with getting all the 6 Infinity Stones. I want a second gauntlet. You know what I mean? It's like, I know I can have whatever I want. I'm just, having fun with it, right? But there's so many things that you can manifest, but the more extreme the affirmations, the better, the more fun it is. Because when you're having fun, you are in a state of everything is cool. It's like when you go out to a party with your friends and, you were having such a rough week at work, but, all that drinking, all that partying, losing your glasses in the mosh pit, you don't even worry anymore about all the shit that you have to do by Monday. You're just having a blast, right? Well, that's kind of the feeling that I want you to have when you have these affirmations. Okay, so without all that jibber jabber aside, tell yourself stuff like this. Everyone is a flower in my garden, but I'm the fucking sun. All those hot ladies or hot men are satellites in my solar system, but I'm motherfucking gravity. Say that your crush, if you are trying to manifest a specific person, say that your crush has a life-size poster of your Instagram profile pic, and they worship and pray to it every single day. Say overboard things like that. To me, when you say extreme things like this, it wakes the fuck up out of your subconscious. Because I've said it countless times, your subconscious is going to be on autopilot until you do otherwise. It will take a bomb to get its attention. And these are those bombs. Okay? But again, I would like to preface that there's no certain affirmation, no certain SATS technique that will get you the manifestation that you want. I'm not going to be one of those coaches that you say, you have to do it like this. If you have affirmations that that work better for you, maybe they're more simpler, more, less extreme, then that's fine. But again, when you're having fun, you are in a much better state than the state of wanting, of my SP loves me, but I'm constantly looking on my phone all day to see if they text it. Because here's the thing. Another thing that these affirmations do is they put you on the pedestal. That's why I call it self-pedestalization. Because a lot of you guys don't realize, but you can affirm all day long that SP loves you. But if that's all your affirmations are about, you're not leaving any room for yourself. You're still keeping them on the pedestal. I mean, if you have a list of affirmations, whether it's 3, 5, or 20, but they're all SP related, you really might want to check that self-concept of yours, because maybe, just maybe, you are idolizing them. You are the God worshiping the creation, but you're the God of your reality. God in heaven is not looking at all of us and hoping that we text him back, okay? Or wondering why we've ghosted him, okay? He's God. He throws the thunder strikes. He feeds the dough of the air, okay? That's the way you got to look at it. That's why I like that affirmation of they are satellites in my solar system, but I'm fucking gravity, because you're stillness. Gravity is not checking he's not checking his Instagram follower account, okay? When the sun is giving the fucking photosynthesis to the flowers, okay, he's not wondering why his ex is talking to that new guy on her fucking Instagram story, okay? He's fucking sun. She needs him. And that's the way you should be seeing it about yourself. But yes, when you affirm like a God, you are embracing that you are God, okay? Enough of this robotic affirmation thing of, me and SP are in the relationship of our dreams, and SP texts me all the time. If there was anything that I would tell you to robotic affirm, it would be about yourself, okay? Again, there's nothing wrong with affirming about SP, okay? We all know that in this life, we're going to desire love. We're going to desire intimacy. We're going to, winter's coming up. We're going to want to get in that cuddle season, or what is it, cuffing season. We want to feel the embrace of another person. Trust me, I've been there. I'm still there, all right? But I'm well aware that whenever you put yourself first, the universe naturally starts choosing you a lot more than you ever have seen in your life. Every single time, whether I was involved in manifestation or when I was involved in the red pill, all these communities can agree on one thing. If we're divisive on one thing, it's definitely not about this. And that is that when you put yourself first, other people will put you first, regardless of if you're spiritual or if you believe what Neville talks about, or if you're a red pill, Rollo Tomasi, alpha male strategies idolizing motherfucker, okay? Who his wife is gonna dump him because he's doing dread game every single day and hoping that she gets mad at him for looking at the waitress throughout the dinner date, okay? One thing's for sure is when you put yourself first, that is powerful, okay? So, again, if you were to robotic affirm, make it more about yourself. Nobody wants to be with the second option. Nobody wants to be with the backup quarterback. But when you are talking about, even when you're brushing your teeth, like every single time I stroke the brush, actually that sounds kind of weird. Every single time that I'm brushing my teeth, every single brush stroke, I add another blessing to my life. I brush my teeth like a fucking god. When I walk down the street, everybody looks at me because they want to be me. I am at the top of the mountain and everybody is looking up at me and bowing down to me at the altar, okay? Make it about yourself, okay? And that's really it. There's nothing to it. You don't have to use my exact techniques, but I will say that the more extreme, the more Shakespearean, the more fun and creative you have with it, because of course we all have our own way of articulating and speaking. This is just the way that I like to do it. I've always been a very intense person, whether it was creatively or recreationally, right? And we don't want to get into that part, but that's just me. But I want you to do you, okay? And I don't want this manifestation process to be depressing, okay? I don't want it to be where you're just waiting all day and hoping that she'll come back, or hoping that they'll say yes and that you won't get flaked on the first date. Because I promise you that whether you get your SP or not, you are going to see a shift. When I started doing this, I remember I was in that point where I was doing the robotic affirmations for an SP. I remember I was doing, testing out the waters on what visualization technique to use. Should I listen to this coach, that coach? And I would hear a lot on the Reddit forum about shifts. And I would get I got to be honest. I had the Neville Goddard notification forum for the Reddit. For the Reddit forum of Neville Goddard, and I will get notifications every single day that a new post would be posted. And I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm pretty sure many of you guys can resonate with this, but I would get so fucking jealous whenever I would see them say, he contacted me, he's back after 12 years of no contact, Neville Goddard was right. You're the man, Neville. I would just get so fucking mad because I got to be honest with you. There was a part of me that was just like, why not me? Why not me? And I would see what people would like to call movement. And there was an SP that at that time I was trying to manifest, which I ended up manifesting, by the way. And I think I've talked about this already on the channel. But at that time, I didn't know what it really felt, what it felt like to manifest an SP. And I would get so jealous. And it got to the point where I was like, what the fuck? Right? And I would hear people talk about how they didn't believe and how it felt so difficult. And I was like, okay, well, that's me. But what did you do? What did you do? And they would just say, and all of a sudden it just clicked. All of a sudden I read the lines, feeling is a secret, and boom, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I just felt the shift, and all the cars, flew up in the air like the Hulk was smashing through and I would hear this shit and I would be like, well, what the fuck gives? Why the fuck am I not feeling these shifts? What am I doing wrong? I thought that it was that I needed to talk to a different coach. I thought that I wasn't visualizing properly or that I didn't believe hard enough. But the first time I actually truly felt a difference was when I started, instead of talking shit about every single thing that I did, I fucking idolized and worshiped every single thing that I did. I tried it for one day, just one day. And I told myself, whether I'm brushing my teeth, whether I'm on my way to work, whether I'm in the fucking shower, whether I'm serving food, because I was a restaurant manager, whether I'm serving food to my customers, I'm going to fucking pedestalize every single thing that I do. I would be brushing my teeth and I would just be saying, bro, you are dude, look at you go, man. What the fuck? You brush your teeth like a fucking god. I would be serving food. I'd be like, damn, bro, look at the way you put the chips and the beans. Oh my fucking Lord. How do you do that, bro? Just cheering yourself on, right? And then I would say, I took it to the next level, and I would say craziest things like, this company needs me. They're lucky to have me. I'm the best fucking employee that this organization ever met. Then I would say crazy stuff like, I am the most important human being on American soil. Every single time that I walk in the room, they lay out the red carpet for me. And then I started talking about SP, saying that I am their God and I am their drug, and I'm more fucking addicting than morphine, heroin, and cocaine combined. And I just started saying all this shit. And I kid you not, at the restaurant that I worked at, we had customers that were going there for years that would just say, hi, Neil, how you doing? Just greeting me like normal every single day, but left it at that. All of a sudden, I would have customers come up to me out of nowhere and just tell me stuff like, I just wanted to say you're doing a good job. I would have my female co-managers calling me Poppy, and giving me this vibe, like the way that they act around a super jacked 6'5" sexy alpha male model, and I was getting those vibes for the first time, since I was with my ex, I would have girls looking at me, and at first when I thought like, okay, maybe she's, you know, might have like a big ass fucking zit on my nose. No, she would fucking be giving me those vibes like if she wants me, you know? And again, at first I was a little skeptical because I mean, I wasn't getting this type of attention from women. It was kind of new to me. But just because I started saying stuff like I'm God, like saying things like they bring 5 pairs of panties to work every day because they can't stop thinking about me when they go to the bathroom. I literally felt the shift like that, whether it was with compliments from customers saying that I was doing a good job, to, you know, random, you know, dudes that I don't even know just giving me the bro check, like the bro confirmation, you know, like when it's like a dude who you think is like way more alpha than you, and he's just like, how are you doing, bro? You know, like if we're in the fucking army, okay? I was getting all that, and I was getting what a lot of the red pill guys call choosing signals from women left and right. And again, I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? I don't want to make it sound like I never had any success in the dating field, because I've always had success. I mean, I'm not fucking ugly. I mean, look at me, damn it. But I was getting more than normal, okay? Just kind of like for a guy who has been making 100K a year, but it's been stagnant. All of a sudden, I was making millions, but in the dating life. So that is literally the quickest way to have a shift, is not focusing so much on the specific person trying to get the specific amount of money, but realizing that you are the specific person. You are the SP. So just the same way that you affirm for SP, times 100 that for manifesting yourself. Because remember, you really are the SP. I am Neil Larthos. This is all that the I'm Awareness had to say. And I know you're going to be okay.